Apartheid is dead, and now South Africa is no longer shunned. Later today, the new Foreign Minister, Alfred Nzo, will arrive at the UN in New York to reclaim his country's place in the world community.
This marks the end of South Africa as a pariah state, its return to the United Nations family. Mr. Nzo, the Foreign Minister, takes his seat in the General Assembly 20 years after South Africa was barred and the doors closed against it. The shutting out of the white supremacist country signalled the start of economic and cultural sanctions which the world imposed with the UN's blessing. The last of the remaining sanctions on arms trading has now been lifted, and South Africa's isolation is ending. Readmittance to the United Nations in New York is a vote for the country's political future and stability because it allows for economic regeneration to go full steam ahead.
The most important implication of rejoining the United Nations is the symbolic implication, that is that this is the final symbol of South Africa rejoining the community of nations. That's important economically because South Africa's economic future will hinge on its ability to participate effectively in the world economy.
It was the Sharpeville riots in 1960 and the ensuing massacre which shocked the world into taking positive measures against apartheid. Protesters who campaigned worldwide for a boycott of South Africa now welcome the country's reinstatement in the UN.
We've campaigned very hard to get South Africa excluded from the General Assembly because the old delegation didn't represent the people of South Africa. But now that there's a new government, now there's democracy has been given birth to in South Africa, then it's what needs to happen. South Africa needs to be accepted and respected in the international community so the kind of support for the reconstruction and development which South Africa so desperately needs can take place.
But it'll take time for economic and political change to wipe out the effects of the years under sanctions. Vivian Morgan, BBC News.
Time now for the sport. I was awoken by uproarious shouts of encouragement and laughter last night from the living room where my husband was watching.